Why should people have to starve themselves just in order to not be fat? I mean, that's kind of odd, isn't it? Animals in the wild don't do that, and they don't get fat unless they're the kind of animal that should get fat. And whole human populations exist that really have a fat person in it, and yet they're not on Weight Watchers diets or anything like that. So what's the issue here? Well, now you might say, well, it's not enough exercise. Well, but if you're not exercising, you should be satiated with a lesser amount of food. There were lots of people in offices, 50 years ago, 100 years ago in the West, and it was rare to see a fatty. So what's with the obesity epidemic now? Well, I would say that if you are fat or need to constantly agitate yourself and count your calories and so on in order to not get fat, well, there's two possible problems. One is with the type of exercise you're doing, and the other is with the type of food you're eating, not so much the quantity. Now, with the exercise, the way what you may be doing is telling your body to get fat, and the way to realize whether you're telling your body to get fat or not is to imagine doing the exercise and think, well, if I was just magically fatter, would I be better at this exercise? So let's say you're doing the bench press. If you magically put on fat, would you be able to bench press more? And the answer is yes. So by bench pressing, you're telling your body to get fat, and so you'll want to eat more food, and more food that will make you fat if you bench press. But you might think, well, that's wrong because I'm using energy when I bench press, so I should be getting thinner. Well, are you? And you could do that for any exercise. If you're on a rowing machine, would getting fat make that easier? Probably. If you're on the treadmill, would getting fat make that easier? Well, probably not. But on the other hand, it wouldn't make it that much harder, so it's not that good an exercise to lose weight. So that's one thing, and I, of course, prescribe body weight exercises, but that's another video. So that's the exercise component. Now, what about the food you're eating? Well, without going into detail, I would say a major component of this is separating your carbs, your ready energy, from your fat, your stored energy. If you eat them together, you're telling the body to grow and specifically to get fat. Now, this is why babies eat milk with carbs and protein and fat, because they just want to grow. Now, okay, so if you eat that sort of a diet, well, yes, you will grow, but because you're not a newborn baby, you'll grow mainly fatter, and you'll get more muscular as well. But so that's another way. Separate your carbs and protein. And fat. So you're eating carbs on the one hand in some meals, and then proteins and fats in other meals. So and that will make sure the body properly compartmentalizes your foods. So and if you do that, you should be able to eat as much as you like within reason and not gain weight, because your body, you're not telling your body to get fatter. You should be satisfied with the correct amount of food, and your food should be properly compartmentalized towards going to muscle versus going to fat. So if you need to calorie restrict or count calories, well, you're probably doing something very wrong. So rather than make your life a misery by addressing the symptom, you might like to rethink what you're doing and actually fix the underlying problem. See you.